¿Qué es el tiempo? ¿Qué es ese aroma frío de agua con azucena? Aquel niño jamás imaginó que su sueño podría ser parte de su existencia.
I thought this was
No
quite
está mal, Hernán,
uplifting
pero
and
puedes mejorar.
very inspirational. I loved the music pairing with the images and how they exploded this real true story or a real life character, and then it's set in beautiful Spanish, so it's even better. Great work.
I thought this was beautifully animated. There was this extensive attention to detail and this lovely quality of light throughout it. I thought the protagonist's sidekick was adorable. New favorite sidekick. There was a really good deal of playfulness, and it just, when they were delving into the dream world and the time-lapse sequences. And the mountain sequences had this very real level of adventure for me and danger. They just felt very realistic, and felt like I was climbing the mountain myself. Great soaring music score, which really added to the emotional attachment to the piece. And I love that it was based on a true story. Really interesting piece and material to build off of, and it really helped me to connect to the story even more after I watched it. I was very connected to it, and then finding out it was a real story just heightened that as well.
I thought this was really, really fun. I really liked the style of animation and how they portrayed kind of his imagination and how they actually showed what like he was seeing in his head and then what it really was in like reality, like a small mountain or like a small like little pile of things or whatever else. I really liked how they did the passage of time as he was growing up, and how even though he kind of focused more on school or focused more on like his career and like whatever else was going on, like he never, like the mountain never really left his mind. He was still like doodling it in meetings, like it never really left him fully.
I loved the visualization of his imagination being this cloud that follows him, and his design is very deliberate, I felt, because as a child his eyes are drawn to be so large, while the adults have smaller eyes that are more in proportion to their face.
I really like this film. One that really stood out to me, one aspect of it, was the environmental animation. I thought it was really well done, especially when the young man is scaling the mountain. Just the particle simulation of the snow and just the overall environment altogether, I thought was really well done.
I think it was executed really well. There's just a lot of great camera movements, which is actually really important even for animation. The animation style itself, I think, lends really well to this sort of whimsical world that they've built. And the characters are great. The voiceovers are fantastic. Even just the audio mix in general is great, and the narrator does a really good job. Again, even though I don't speak the language, just from the tone, I really was compelled and really felt like I understood this story. It's just a universal one, and it's definitely worth checking out.
A beautiful message as well, and a shout out to the peaks and valleys mentality. I love the attention to detail when he, as a small boy, is letting his imagination run wild. And also the wallpaper in his home, the cityscapes as he gets off the bus in college. I love that this one challenges the status quo, really, on what's important in life. Someone else's criteria or idea of success versus your own.
I really like this piece. I thought the animation style was lovely. I feel like the story was just, I mean, the evidence of it being universal is the fact that I think it was in Spanish, and I do not speak that, and I followed the story seamlessly. I feel like it was just really well made. hopefully they go forward with this piece and kind of use it as like a not like a calling card, but like in meetings they can point to this and be like, we're going to expand on this narrative, like with Pixar or DreamWorks or whatever.